Hi there. Today I'm going to be tying a pattern I call the mini FU blob. It's basically called the FU blob because of the Fritz that's used in it. The Fritz is called FU Fritz. I'm not going to divulge into what FU means, but it's dyed by a company called The Big Reel, and as you can see by the photograph there, it's an absolutely fantastic yellowy colour. This is accounted for hundreds of fish all over the country so far. We've met with many different variants using this Fritz. It shows up amazingly underneath the water. Also, the next thing I'm going to be using, again, the fire orange Uni-Thread 8.0, and the hooks, a Camazon B160 size 8. I love these hooks because again they've got fantastic wide gape on them. As you can see, the Camazon B160 size 8. So again, you just start your thread by the eye and wind back. It's always best to get a nice layer of thread in here just to stop the Fritz from slipping around the hook. It's one of the simplest flies to tie really in your arsenal, and obviously over the years, the amount of people that have fished them have proved how successful this fly is. On this version I'm not actually going to tie a tail on it, just because it works just as well without a tail. So first of all, what I've done, as you can see, I've stripped some of the Fritz away, just to make the fly less bulky and easier to tie in. So I tie that in and wind back. As you can see, it's nice and secured in. Then again, a couple of loose turns forward and then wind back tighter. This is just to secure everything in place and make it look nice and neat. It's always best not to have big lumps and bulges all over your fly. Okay, and what I do, I start from the back, do one over the top. As you can see, I pull all the fibres back and pull it over the top, and again pull all the fibres back and back over the top. Pull all the fibres back and back over the top. The reason why you pull all the fibres back, because it creates a much more dense fly, in turn creating a lot more movement, a lot more bubbles when you're pulling it through underneath the surface. Again, pull everything back and over the top. Again, back over the top, and just basically keep on going this way. Sorry about that, knocked the camera. And again, just keep on going. As you can see by that picture, it's creating a lovely bright blob. Okay. Right, this is where a lot of people come loose when tying flies. As you can see there, my Fritz is right way up to the eye of the hook. Normally what people do, they'll just wrap it over and tie it off. I find the best way to do it is trim your excess away, leaving about maybe half an inch to an inch left over. As you can see, I pull everything back and strip away the excess Fritz, leaving just the core. As you can see there, I've just got the core left. From this point, I fold it over and pull it down tightly. With my other hand, you can see my thumb is braced against it so it doesn't move. I do one turn over to secure that in place, pull everything back and do another turn. As you can see there, the core's just there facing forward. Then I pull everything back nice and tightly. I start at the eye and wind back over the hook, creating a nice small head. As you can see there, the head's absolutely tiny. As you can see now, if you look at there, the actual braid's facing backwards. All I do then is trim away the excess. As you can see there, you've got a nice little head on your fly. You don't need it any bigger than that. And then hold everything with one hand, hold everything back. The other hand, tiny little bit tricky, make sure you don't trap the fibres forward. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, as I said, it's tight. It's quite tricky. Making sure you get all the fibres back and not caught in the whip finish. And tie off. Trim away your excess. And that's it. Some people actually wet their Fritz when they put it on. I don't tend to do that. I find it works just as well doing it this way. To finish off the fly, obviously use a dab of varnish. You can add as many coats as you want of varnish. The flies I tie for myself to use, I only put one fly on. If I'm selling them to friends or whatever, I normally put two to three coats on just to make sure that they're going to last a bit longer for them and not fall apart. Okay, so there you have it, the mini FU Blob.